This is example B5-30. Suppose the term structure of risk-free interest rates as shown below. So we have different terms, year 1, 2, 3, then it skips to 5, etc. And notice that under each of these terms, there are different EAR percentage rates. Okay? What we're wanting to do is find out what the present value of an investment that pays $105 at the end of each of the years 1, 2, and 3. And then it also asks if you wanted to value this investment correctly using the annuity formula, what discount rate should you use? In other words, you see that we have three different EAR rates here for each of the individual years. We're wanting you to come up with a rate that will give you the same dollar amount in the present value. So this is the present value formula. This big sigma symbol right here just means the sum of, and it means the sum of the 3 years that we have to calculate. All right. And so we got our capital C stands for the cash flow, which is the 105 for each of the 3 years. And then the denominator is 1 plus the interest rate to the nth power, the nth being the year number, year 1, year 2, year 3. So if you look here, you can see that we went ahead and you can see this is the interest rate for year 1. This is the interest rate for year 2 to the second power because it represents that second year. And this is the interest rate for year 3, and the third power is for year 3. And this is just breaking it down bit by bit till you get to this final answer of $299.05. Okay, you can also do the calculation. If you don't want to do this manually, you can do the calculation by going to this website. Wolfram Alpha has a unique, very detailed calendar. And I want you to type everything you see inside this yellow box, everything, every single parentheses, forward slash, etc. And once you type it in just like this, you're going to click on this equal sign. And when you click on the equal sign, it's going to produce the input right here. This is how it should look, which is exactly like the example above. And this is the result. Okay, so you can do it that way. Now, we want to determine that single discount rate that would cause the present value to be the same answer that we just calculated, or at least very, very close to it. And basically what we did here was show you, now we really want to know what the one rate, we want one rate, not three separate rates. So this is really calculating an IRR calculation, which is an internal rate of return. Now, it's easier just to use your annuity calculator spreadsheet in the finance lab. This is the instructions to tell you how to get it all set up. So I'm just going to go ahead, instead of going through this, I'm just going to go ahead into the actual calculator and show you what I would do. So I'm in a lab, and this is the problem. I go to question help up here, open it up. I go down to the spreadsheet, click on the spreadsheet. It's going to drop down this box, and at the very bottom of the box is your annuity calculator. So you just open it, click the drop down arrow, and click open. And give it a minute to pop up. Okay, the first thing you're going to have to do is click enable editing. Now, everything that you're going to type in, it automatically has these numbers. So just ignore them. That's just automatic for them. Because they had to put something in there so that the formulas would work. So we're going to be calculating, these are the different boxes. N is the number of periods. I/Y is your interest rate per year. PV, present value. Payment is 0. FV is your future value. Whatever one you are trying to calculate, that's the one you leave blank. You have to put something in in the other 4 items. But what I would do first, your answer is going to be in row 6. So to make sure you have the right number of decimals, I would start with cell C6, scroll all the way over to cell G6, go up here to your number toolbar, and up here is the increased decimal. Hit it at least 2 times. Okay, so that way when you get your final answer, it will have the right number. You could do more than 2, but I'm just going to go ahead and do 2. Now, we are going to plug in the information we need to know. And let me open that back up. So what we need is the number of periods is 3. The interest rate is what we leave blank because of our calculating IRR. PV is 300. You could type 299.85, but it's going to round it anyway. And then payment is negative 150, and the future value is 0. So let me go ahead and move that out of the way. I'm going to type 3. My interest rate is what I'm calculating, so I'm going to backspace that because I want my IRR. Now my present value is that 299.85. My payment is the negative 150. My future value is 0. Once I hit enter, it's going to give me that interest rate. Okay, and let me fix one thing. This should be 105, negative 105. I said 150. And there it is. There's your answer. So your rate is really 2.51. And if you put 2.51 in here, it comes very close, but this is, we're going to just go 2.51, and we're going to leave this blank. And if we press enter, it comes very close to the actual dollar amount of 299.85. It's off by a couple of pennies. That's as close as you're going to get using this annuity calculator. But the interest rate was what we wanted to know anyway, and the IRR